Hello, lambs. Welcome back to She's Worthy Ministries. I have a single mother series video for you today, and it's talking about building confidence in your children. Um, I know that I was not always a confident person. Um, didn't really grow up in a household where focusing on confidence was a thing. Um, no, not saying that my parents were bad for that, just it wasn't. And so, in this world of social media now, where there's so many kids that are caught up in likes and follows, it kind of erodes at a child's confidence if they feel that they are not on a level that they're seeing of maybe their peers or whatever. And so I really work hard to instill confidence in my kids because I think it's important that they understand confidence is key. If you're confident in yourself, then you really don't second guess taking risks and going ahead to make decisions and taking those leaps and standing up in the room and speaking up for yourself. And so it's really, really important that we teach our children how to be confident. So some of the ways that I do that is I'm confident myself. I've worked very hard on becoming confident and studying my word and realizing that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made and that I'm here for a reason. I was born for such a time as this, and so I have to stand in my power and acknowledge who I am and what God has put me here to do. So when you exhibit that confidence, that more than anything else I'm about to say, teaches your child how to be confident. It's kind of like how we can talk all day long about what we want our kids to do and who we want our kids to be, but if you model certain behaviors to them, they end up copying your behaviors. Have grace for their mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. They're imperfect human beings, and if every time they make a mistake you doubt them or you criticize them negatively or you make them feel bad about the mistakes that they've made, they will not have confidence to move forward, to step out there and do other things because they'll be terrified of making mistakes. So, be compassionate and empathetic to them when they make mistakes and allow them to know that it's okay. Encourage them out of their comfort zone. I have a family full of introverts, me being one of them. And so sometimes I find it extremely difficult to put myself in social settings. And I notice that my two oldest kids are exactly like that. And so for my son especially, I like to encourage him to come out of his comfort zone and to do things that he normally wouldn't do because it's building his confidence. Praise their successes and their efforts at things. So whenever they do something that's really amazing, let them know that you think it's amazing. Tell them it's amazing. Give them a hug, give them a kiss, give them a high five. Just whatever it is that makes them feel good about what they're learning and what they're doing. Because the more you praise their successes and their efforts, is the more they'll feel confident to make more efforts and to create more success. Now, I know that there's, a fine line between praising and over praising. And for me, I feel like the line is knowing what should be praised. So like, for example, they wash the dishes. I'm not praising you for washing the dishes. Washing the dishes are a part of life. This is something that you are going to have to do because it's part of being a responsible adult. Versus they get an A on a math test. Yeah, they deserve to get praise for that because they did their best and they did really, really well on it. And so, you should recognize their efforts. Set goals with them. I think that you have to teach your children from young that they have to aspire to things. It can't just be about getting up every day and doing the same things. If you teach them how to set goals, it also at the same time teaches them that change is good. And so it's important that when you set goals with them and they accomplish those goals, they get that feeling that comes with the goal accomplishment, because that feeling is what builds the confidence. Step back and let them solve problems. Sometimes I'll hear my two youngest going at it for whatever reason, and I won't interject. I won't get involved, or I won't be in the center. In fact, I'll pretend like I don't hear, because I want them to be able to create solutions to their own problems. Of course, I'm going to get involved when I'm asked, depending on what I'm being asked. And of course, I'm going to advise and ensure that they're not falling flat on their face. But at the same time, they also have to learn how to solve certain problems on their own, because if they solve a problem, and especially if the end solution was something amicable and it worked out very well, that builds their confidence. And lastly, ensure that they know your love for them is unconditional. Your kids have to know that no matter where they go, no matter what they do, and no matter what happens to them, you are their safe space. They have to have the confidence that you are their safe space. Every single human being needs a safe space. And when you provide that safe space for them, you tell them that you love them. What you're actioning to them is that you love them unconditionally, and it doesn't matter what they do, whether they succeed or they fail, they can get right back up again and they can do something different, and you have the confidence in them that they will do better next time. And that's what unconditional love looks like. So if there's anything I've missed, please leave some messages for me in the chat. Are there any other ways that you feel we could build confidence in our kids? Let me know. But in the meantime, don't forget, God calls you worthy.